Oh, I don't have my phone to see what everybody's saying. Can you use mine? Okay. So we actually totally forgot until just a minute ago. Kimmy's alarm went off. We need a light over here. This is like terrible darkness. Darkness.
But we're here still.
Yeah, and we're actually making dinner. So on the wood stove.
So I will be leaving here and there to tend to
to be stirring the. We're making nachos, so which I'm sure I'm not supposed to be eating because I got my temporary cap put on and I spent 2 hours at the dentist and my jaw's absolutely killing me. So, oh well, it is what it is. I can't read any of that. That's tiny print and I am blind.
Now, to be fair, I did ask her if she thought she could handle nachos for dinner, and she said,
Yeah.
I'll make it work.
I was like, I will make it work. We won't tell. See, Vicky's on my team. Hi, Anna. Okay, so Anna, I know you and I know Mary are in the path of some hurricanes that are happening. So you guys definitely. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Robert. It says dinner and it's chat. So what's for dinner? Nachos. What are you having for dinner? We have basically been cooking on the wood stove because, so I think I checked the temperature a bit ago and it was 19 degrees, but it feels like 11. It's really cold. We have a big storm that's coming this way. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jody. Guys, I can't see real well, so I have to like lean all up in there. That's your business. That's what Vicky said. Hi, Kira.
Apparently, my phone is too small for her to read.
I really cannot read it. It's very tiny print. I hit 50 and my eyes went black. I've always had really good vision, but literally like August 18th, I couldn't see.
Hi, Susan from Canada, eh?
Oh, hey, Susan. How cold is it there? Hey, Priscilla, you made it.
Hi, Maya.
Hi, Maya. Oh, Tiffany made it? I didn't see Tiffany.
Tiffany's. Yep.
Yay. Hi, Tiffany.
I'll be back after finish cooking.
So, we basically, I really dislike the cold. Really dislike it. Heather, not your eyes. Phones must have gotten smaller. Exactly. I agree, Robert. That's good. That's probably exactly what it is. Nachos. Whoa, man. They want to be nacho. Oh, I got you. Nacho, woman. I got it. It took me a second.
It's hot.
It is hot. The wood stove's at like 500. So we are warming up in here. Of course, this end is definitely much warmer, which is the kitchen area. When we came back from the dentist office, I don't know how to make this like.
I get you.
We'll have to add more things because it's like this whole side of my face is dark. See, last time we had it pointing this way, so we were looking into the light, so it looked good. Hi, Raymond. How are you? Hi, Sil. How have you been? I feel like we haven't talked to you in a while.
Sorry,
so.
guys.
Kim is in and through. This is the real life. Anna had nachos for lunch today. Were you talking about that? Because I feel like, is that why we're having nachos? Because she dropped the seed?
I didn't know anything about her having nachos.
Oh, see, that's perfect. Now there we go. So, went in and got its temporary cap. It's going to be about 3 more weeks. We'll get, Susan, temperature is -5 Celsius. What does that mean Fahrenheit? Starting to feel like winter now. No snow yet, though. So they're saying that we possibly could get 1 to 2 feet. Now, I really looked at the weather warning, the winter warning that they put out. And they're actually not talking about our section. I am in this little microclimate. It's really pretty cool. So I get the same weather as Post Falls usually does. And they didn't mention Post Falls. They didn't mention us. But it's supposed to start snowing throughout the night and they're saying a lot of places, hi Cora, a lot of places are getting up to 2 feet of snow tonight, throughout the night. It's a two-day winter warning. So we're good, except for we did not fill up our gallon jugs of water. So we have, we went and filled up all the gas tanks. We've got, so when we went to the grocery store the other day, we bought a huge bag of potatoes and onions and like all the stuff to just kind of make a stew or a soup, or like I made fried potatoes and sausage the other morning.
Good.
25 here in Lewiston.
Homegrown
Ooh.
sausage.
Yeah, that was our sausage.
So it was
I'm
the
gonna
best.
tell you. So this pig that we processed, the sausage and stuff that we made over at Darla Randy's is like amazing. I feel really guilty because we didn't have the seasonings, so he had some packets and he's like, "Here, take those," and then we were gonna replace them, and then they didn't have any of that exact time, so I feel terrible. We're gonna have to go pick up some more.
Hi, Vinny Pots and Pans. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. You're new.
Yeah.
So what brought you to our channel? Are you part of the November Noodle collaboration? I got my video out today. It was filmed when was Eric here? Was that in September?
Yes, it was a
Labor Day weekend.
whatever holiday it
Yeah.
was in September, yeah.
So it was filmed back in September, and so it was, no snow on the ground, and the weather was amazing. And we had spent all day on milling. We were milling. We squared the barn up. It was that day that we squared up the barn.
Eric and I had to run to town to get something for his trailer.
Yeah, because he was camping here.
Yeah.
He brought one of those pop-up campers, and it wouldn't pop up. And we tried to MacGyver it, but all the things that I had for MacGyvering it did not work. So, thank you, Vicki.
YouTube suggested us, Vinny
Welcome.
said.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're glad you're here.
Well, that's nice. We're glad you're here. So, where we're at is inside our shipping container. This is will eventually be the kitchen area.
Tiny home that we're putting together.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to purchase some wire. Talked to my electrician friend on Sunday. We go to church together, and we're gonna get together, and he wants to shop with me. Wish him luck, guys. He says he wants to shop, but he has never been with us shopping.
I will get it on the film so y'all can see the fun he gets.
He is like so straight laced. It's gonna be great. And so he has kind of drawn out a plan for us. So we are not doing electrical on our own. We have a professional who is guiding us. But we're going to put in all the electrical. I'm going to pull the plumbing lines. Oh, thank you, Vinny. That's very sweet.
Oh, that's
we appreciate
so
you.
Nice.
So we're going to pull the water lines, and we're going to get started on that. And then we will add, hopefully, the rest of the spray foam. I actually contacted this company, the Kraken, I think it was Kraken.
Yeah.
Spray foam. They, I loved this stuff, and I'm getting ready to edit the video of, we did the rest of the shipping container. You guys have already seen the video where we did this section, and then but I loved this stuff. So I contacted them to see if they would like to sponsor us because it's not cheap.
Fingers crossed.
And I think we definitely need 24 more cans, which would be, the price went up a little bit. So each kit that I bought the first kit was $265, which included the spray nozzle. Oh, Vinny, thank you so much. It's very sweet.
What?
That's very, very sweet.
That is crazy. We appreciate you.
A lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're looking at probably $600 to finish the spray foam. I would really, really like to do it in spray foam. We're not going to be doing underneath in spray foam. We're going to be doing, I have some of that insulation that I had bought a couple of years ago, and we're going to use that. So
It's hotter than Hades
it's,
right here.
it's pretty warm right here. I actually have a blanket on my lap to keep the fireplace from setting my knees on fire.
Hi, Jody. It is
Hi,
like,
Jody. Minnie, honey, that's an awful lot. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Jody, glad you made it. Let's see. Well, Jody, we'll probably get some snow. We already have a foot of snow out there. It's really crazy. You need some help.
She helps me in the truck. This is my bad shoulder.
That's so funny. So we have about a foot of snow out there already. When did we get the rest of that snow? Because it seemed like we had like 5 inches.
That was like
forever.
2 or 3 days ago.
2 or 3 days ago, it just started dumping,
Yeah.
and we ended up with about another at least 6 inches, 6 or 7 inches of snow. So
You go to step off the path, and by path, it's the tracks that we've made or the turkeys have made. You go to step off the track, and you're like, oof, I'm down. It's crazy.
send the snow to Kentucky, please. Kira would like it. Hey, all of you that ask about Kira, she's on here. That's who Crazy K is. Now I gotta take mine off.
It's a good thing we
Weird layer.
layers, yeah. So I can do it. Bliss, my nickname is Angel 8. Look up the meaning of Angel 8. Is Vinny Pots and Pans.
Oh, okay. We will check that out.
That is so nice.
That's very
Really,
nice.
really.
We went into laundry yesterday, and I was editing in the truck, and I came in, and Kim's like, this lady like walked up and gave me a card, and I haven't opened it, and so she opened it, and she had passed out.
I waited for Heather so she could see.
Yeah. So she had passed out little cards for
see it.
saying Merry Christmas, and then it was a $20 card to do your laundry. It was just the sweet, and she disappeared. Like she did not want to talk.
I was folding clothes. She just put this envelope on the counter right next to me. She said Merry Christmas, and she took off. And it says, I pray that God who gives you hope will bless you with complete happiness and peace. And then with that card was a gift card for $20
So
to laundromat.
sweet. That was so sweet.
And it was so needed. Like
Yeah.
it's the end of the month and things
Yeah.
are so tight.
It's very
And
nice.
so, it was such a blessing.
You know what's fun? So, Kim doesn't like to talk about it, but she used to do this really sweet thing where she would have backpacks and pass them out to homeless people when she would see them. Something that I had done in Washington was I didn't do the backpacks, but I had the gallon Ziploc bags, and I would go to the dollar store and just fill them. Every month I did like $50 worth because that's what I could afford, and I put them in my, we had one homeless guy that had cats, and so I would like make sure at least one of them had some cat food in it, and toothbrushes and toothpaste and socks, and man, it just makes you feel so good. So we've actually been talking about that as far as
Doing something
doing
similar.
something. Just we can't do a lot, but we definitely want to do something because it feels
Hi, Mom.
so good. Hi, Mom. I'm just
Yes,
being a
that
soul
was-
for God. Vinny,
that was-
that's very, very sweet.
That was actually what I did for my birthday one year. I said, I don't want presents. I would love to have, people donate whatever you want to donate. And I got the rest of the stuff and put backpacks together. And my daughter and I went downtown Boise, Idaho, and distributed them. And it was just such a blessing.
Yeah.
Like, totally amazing.
You miss the fireplace. Carrie,
Simon!
hi Simon, you
Well,
made
hello,
it.
man, it's like way early where you are.
I'm just missing everything. Is my other phone in the truck still? Did it get left out there?
I had it on the charger.
Yeah, I took it off the charger and put my other one, this one on the charger,
Ah.
so it probably got left out there. I can't read what you guys are saying.
Bernard Brooks. Well, hi Bernard.
Hi,
Welcome
Bernard.
back. How are you guys doing tonight? Are you guys arriving the cold weather? Are we surviving?
Surviving it, yeah. So we are, because we're inside. But I think the last time I looked, it said it feels like 11 degrees outside. And we are always colder than wherever they have the temperature gauge for our area, our particular town. We're colder than it every time, usually by 10 degrees.
Yeah.
So it probably is like in single digits right now. And like last night, I slept out here. So we actually have a cot. We're sitting on a cot. We use it as a couch. It's actually pretty comfortable. And then we have some things that we lean against, pillows and stuff. But I slept out here last night and just fed the fire all night long because we were were we singles or
We
just
were
teens?
12. I think
12
it was
degrees.
last night.
So
And I just stayed in bed and was lazy and slept under a heated blanket. Because our friend Priscilla sent us heated blankets.
Yes.
They're amazing.
Katie did. It is cold. So they had said that we were going to be, when winter finally hit this year, that it was going to hit hard and fast and be colder than normal, but it was supposed to be drier than normal. So I don't understand all this snow. It's not supposed to be. Yeah, also my bun up here on top of my head, it's up way up like this because I was at the dentist's office and I had to lay my head back the whole time. So
Hello, Dark Lord. I didn't
hi,
say
Kelly,
hi
honey.
earlier. Kelly! Everybody send love and hugs to Kelly.
Yeah.
So she needs some prayers and hugs and love right now.
Hi, Susan.
So good to see you. I'm so glad you guys are showing up.
Yeah, this is fun.
I love the lives.
I really love the lives.
Because I feel like it's our one time that we can actually like chit chat with all you guys. We do a members live as well, and it's a smaller group. But I really do like the big group and being able to kind of get to know you all.
Exactly, and like when new people pop on, we get to know them
Yeah.
and stuff. So we are working on insulating the floors this week. And
Oh.
you know, the best weather that we had,
KJ Hastings said, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I've been dealing with my mother's estate. That's why I'm home. And I gave 157 pieces of food to the food bank, cleaning and hygiene supplies to the shelter, and paper towels and office supplies to the Humane Society.
that is so
Bless
awesome.
you, girl.
That is so awesome.
Any more issues with the wood stove?
No, we have it figured out. So I think we were putting too many big rounds in it. We were like stuffing it full of great big rounds at night, just the non-split logs.
To try to get coals to
Yeah,
last
so we
all
could at
through.
least keep coals. And the creosote was real bad. We are going to purchase some of that powder that was recommended. But what we're doing now is we're making sure we have like 2 or 3 splits and then put in a round. And so it's working really well. We keep the temperature at like 500.
But we've been getting it. It's been getting up to 600. So we've had to flip the fan on behind the wood stove to cool it down. And that's not with logs in it. That's just coals.
So what was the outs? Was it 18 degrees when the truck said it was 18 degrees when we came back this afternoon? When we came in here, the temperature, I have a temperature thermometer way over on the other side of the container. It said 35 degrees. So it held the warmth. There was just little coals in the wood stove, so it had burned out everything, and there was just like some little chunks. And so the dogs like to chew the firewood, so I just sweep up all their little parts that they rip apart, and then I put them in a paper bowl, and that is like usually one that we've eaten out of, so it's a dirty one. Put it in that, and then I put it in there, and I light it, and I set all the logs in it, and it comes right up. Hi, Susie.
Susie made it.
That's awesome. You made it.
Sil wants to know if we have one of those cool fans that sits on the stove.
We do. We only have one. And from what I'm noticing is everybody else has like 3.
But we do have this really cool fan that
Yeah.
Heather MacGyvered to hang off the ceiling, and it's one of those that moves,
Yeah.
and it's working good.
That makes a huge difference.
Which is
It's just
layered.
one of those towers, those tower ones, floor tower ones. And it gets, we'll get that end of the shipping container to about, we had it to 65, almost 70 degrees the other day, but it was like 30 outside. So on these really cold times, we get it to about 60, and it pretty much stays in that, that.
Bye, Kelly.
Bye,
has to go.
Kelly.
Kira wants to know if she can borrow Justin, and because Champ won't snuggle.
Oh, that's rude. So last night on the cot, there's really not enough room for both dogs, and Chloe's like, "I'm with you, Mom. I'm here," and she all but hip checked him to get up into the cot and sleep with me, and he just kind of stood there like he wouldn't come over and lay on his blanket in front of the stove. He was like, "Fine, I'll just go to my crate," and then he went all the way into the RV and slept in his crate.
Justin is special. Like he's like he can be in the warmth, but he chooses not to.
You missed Kim on the rabbit video. Yeah, so they had to take off and go. You guys went to Harbor Freight?
We went to Harbor Freight to get something for my friend's pop-up camper.
Yeah.
He missed a piece and he couldn't get it to pop up, so we were trying to MacGyver it. And
Yeah.
Heather had already started this video.
Well, so I love to jump on people's lives. Like if I see a live going and I'm just sitting around, I will pop onto a live. I love it, especially smaller channels. Those are my favorite. And we'll chit chat. And so they were talking about food, and you guys know we always talk about food on here. And so I was like, oh, we totally talk about food on my lives too. And they were like, oh, great, you want to be part of our November noodle challenge? And I was like, of course I do. I mean, really? So that's how that happens. And
We just didn't make it back in time, and the food was getting, she didn't want it to get cold, so she's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to finish this video.
Yeah.
And we showed up probably maybe 10 minutes after that.
yeah, because I wasn't done eating. Like basically where you saw me stop eating and then I got behind and showed the view, they pretty much pulled up. You just pulled up right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it was really good. If you have not tried rabbit, I hope that you will.
We got to enjoy it.
A couple of people have said that they tried some and it was really tough. I don't know how you could cook rabbit and make it tough. So that must have been a much older rabbit.
To me, as brand new to eating rabbit, it tasted like chicken, but it has a different texture. It's
Right.
very, very tender. It's almost like maybe a chicken that's been cooked, like a really slow cooked for a really
Right.
long time. It was super, super tender.
Yeah. It's really good.
It is good.
And I had used that rosemary, garlic, butter rub is what that is. It's the first time I used that. That stuff was amazing. And it was really good.
Still, it's like a white meat. You wanted to know if it's a red meat.
Yeah, no, it's like a white meat. But a very tender white meat. It's not like dry. I mean, I guess you could dry it out.
Homemade dog food. Please share a recipe.
Oh, okay.
Susie says.
Yeah, I'll actually do that this month of December. We're doing daily videos, a daily video challenge. Kira said hello. Hello, Kira. So we're doing a daily video challenge, and so I'm gonna do stuff like that. So that'll be really cool. Maybe we can put together a dog food one. Right now we have the dogs on.
She's wanting to know if that's a yes on Justin. That's fine.
Oh no,
No,
you can't. Have
we can't
Justin.
ship him.
You're not shipping him. He would lose his mind.
We are not going to ship him.
So I've got the dogs switched over to actual Wildology, which is dog food, which I don't normally feed dog food, but one, with the price of chicken, how it doubled in price, and two, there are times when we cannot get off the mountain, and so if I have a month's worth of dog food here for them, I don't have to worry about bouncing them back and forth between raw diet and dog food. It really upsets their stomach. So this year we just went ahead and put them over on dog food for the wintertime. So
It does have its cons. Dog food makes
Yes.
them poop a lot.
a lot. Normally on the raw meat, raw vegetable, they poop like once a day. And then it turns into a white powdery dust in like 72 hours. And so there's no odor to it either. So that's really cool. And so the dog food, we have to take them out a lot. Like,
So that being said, no snow angels in the backyard.
yes, none of those. Never
No.
gonna happen.
She's like, I'll feed him deer. Now Kitty comes. No,
Nope.
it's not happening.
What do we miss? Because I feel like we missed like a bunch.
Any tricks to keep dogs from barking so much?
So, corgis are known to be very vocal. And one thing that I teach is a quiet. And so when they start barking, I will disrupt the bark and say quiet. And then when they do, they get rewarded. So I do food treats. You can do a toy. You can do whatever. Food treat seems to work really well. And then if there's something out there, I will go look. I always go look when they bark. And if there's something out there, I'll go, oh, I see it. Quiet. And then we go do our thing. And so neither one of these guys are indoors are super vocal. Justin outside gets super stimulated, and he is very vocal outside. And he will, I'm going to try a citronella bark collar, so when they bark, it blows citronella in their face, and they don't like it. And so they stop barking. Otherwise, they're getting rewarded by you coming to them for barking, so you don't really want to do that.
He says every time his kid opens the bedroom door,
Mhm.
they bark.
So I would open the door and I would tell them quiet. I would barely open the door and try to catch them before they start barking, or you want to disrupt them. You can take, you can get like a little PVC pipe or a soda can, little soda can, put some pennies in it, and you can shake that and it'll disrupt the bark. And then when they're quiet, of course, very quickly, when they stop barking, reward them. And you're gonna have to repeat that over and over and over again.
Dark Lord says, if you overcook rabbit, that's when it gets tough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm like obsessively watching.
Bob says he makes the sound of a spray bottle and they stop working.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
Susie says she does 30% rice, 30% carrots, peas, broccoli, spinach, 40% chicken breast, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon coconut oil. Does she need vitamins and minerals? 2.5 cups a day for a 50-pound pit breed.
So my mixture is a 5-pound hamburger chub with high fat, the highest fat you can get, a dozen eggs, one of those bigger containers of oatmeal, total cereal. You crush it all up, put that in there. A jar of molasses.
I want to eat it.
A bunch of oil or fat, so lard or just vegetable oil. What else do I put in there?
You guys are the best. Thank you for welcoming new people.
Yes. So that's about it. Mix all of that up, and then I make 1/4-pound burgers. So your total cereal and your molasses bring in all of your minerals and your vitamins at that point. So you don't have to feed it. You don't have to give it. But I don't. From what she read, I think you do. I think you need to get. There's a thing. It's called Missing Link, and it has all of your vitamins and minerals, and it's a powder, and you'll be able to mix it right up in there.
Mary says her dachshund barks and barks and barks, and she started singing Conway to them, and that helped.
That helps. Or you could run out there and bark too, and it freaks them out. Like they're like, "What is going on?"
Sandy, hi Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Sounds like those TikTok cooking videos. Let's So funny.
I had a lot of fun doing this cooking video. I want to do cooking videos. I love to cook. It's like one of my utmost favorite things. And so I was really excited to get to do one.
Alita, I didn't get to say hi. Hi, honey.
Hi, Lita.
So happy to see you.
So you guys are watching us build our pass-through, and it's done, and it does work.
It does.
We have not fallen yet. We haven't fallen through yet.
Well,
Wow, that was while we were building it, and that doesn't count.
you guys will see that soon. We won't mention it.
Friday. Friday's video.
Yes, Friday's video. Stay tuned.
For anyone who doesn't know, Heather is a dog pro. Aw, thanks. Missing link, yep. So,
Oh.
it's working well. We are not getting as warm in the RV as we had hoped. I think it's because the floor and the skirting isn't done. So that is an issue. But Kim said last night in the RV it was warmer with the
Wood stove going.
than without the wood stove going.
Because usually, okay, so how I gauge this, it's not technical, it's nothing fancy.
Because she does not have a thermometer.
How I gauge this is I'm laying there, I have my heated blanket on, but I like to read before I go to bed. It's not, my book is on my phone, and I'm holding my phone, and if my hands and my nose get too cold, then I know that it's not working. But when my hands and nose are fine outside of the covers, then that's the ticket.
Yeah. Can you guys believe it? This year is almost over. I do want to say that we have booked the hotel for December 31st. We will be live bringing in 2023.
For everybody, East
Yes.
Coast, Center, West Coast, all of it.
Eastern Standard Time,
We're
Central
so
Time, and Pacific
Excited.
Side. Yeah, it's
We
going to be a
will
lot of
have
fun.
snacks, and you guys will have to bring your own.
Yes.
And we'll be wearing jammies. It's going to be great.
Cooking is my passion. Yes, Colleen, and you are an amazing cook. And
Yeah.
we like coming to your house. for
Colleen,
dinner.
I tell you, you guys make some super
Yes.
food.
It's almost Christmas. It is, and I'm
So I'm just going to throw out there, next week, both of my kids have birthdays, and I am having a really hard time understanding how my son can be 30.
Right.
There's just no, I don't understand how he's turning 30 this year, because there's no way I'm old enough to have a 30-year-old.
I agree, 100%. Victor will be 30 in
Just
June.
saying, just
In
saying.
June, yeah.
It's so crazy.
So crazy. Run for it.
My mom also has a birthday in December, so happy early birthday,
Oh,
Mom.
happy early birthday. Do you have a funny comeback I can use against him? Kira, you're going to have to message me or call later because I can't see what's being on there. So,
Let's see.
I'll call you tomorrow. We'll chat about it.
Stay where you stayed last time. We're planning on it.
Yes. We like the Ruby Inn. That's our favorite place. We actually go there when the library's closed to upload our videos. Like, we just sit in their lobby and upload our videos. They don't care.
Anna's right on. She said, my son is obviously lying about his age.
Yes,
Obviously.
exactly.
I'm going to tell him that too.
Yes.
You're obviously lying.
She's I got cold.
Funny.
Is
The temp is going down.
it to 400?
I don't want to put another log on, or we are going to be burning up again. You check
And
it.
the whole shipping container gets cold. You guys, so this build has been a lot of fun. I am very intimidated by electrical work. I'm really grateful for Art, my friend who's an electrician, for helping and baby stepping me through this. My fear of the electrical is one of the main reasons why the
Get in there.
solar panels and the wind turbine are not up. But we also need a great big huge long wire to connect that to here. But it is going to be such a, hi Chloe, you went under. It's going to be such a game changer to have the electricity pulled through and the water pulled through. We have a sponsor that's sponsoring us for a water purifier
And our lights.
And our lights. So we're really excited about that. But it's coming together, and I know we frustrated a lot of people because we stopped working on this, but this was one of those things that we knew if we had a really nasty winter time, then we could be in here working.
Yeah.
The only thing that I regret about this summer is that we did not get started on the barn sooner. I'm still hoping that we can get out there and work in it, but if we are in single digits most of this winter, I don't know how we're going to do that.
There was a couple things that kind of put us behind on that timeline, and you know, it is what it is, and I honestly feel like it was God's way of saying, now is not the time.
Well, physically, we were hurting. Actually, we had some injuries that we were babying, and all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, if we have to start it back up in the spring, so be it. It'll be fine. Right now, what is a really big concern is the logs are going to be frozen, and probably are frozen right now. So we will I have to order new blades to mill frozen logs, and so that's kind of a thing too. So, and they're not cheap. Blades are not cheap.
Let's see. Anna said she had to lay down at lunch today because her back was hurting.
Oh, dang.
Susie said she's thankful for good friends who have helped us.
Us
We are too. Still says every year the ground gets further and further away. And Heather says, I'm here.
Hi, Heather.
I have whiplash from sleeping wrong. So I want to come make a snowman real quick and leave. Well, just don't do it in the backyard because that's where the dogs poop.
That's true.
Put a log on the fire, then put on summer clothes. You'll even out temperature-wise. It's funny because, you know, every year we talk about being acclimated, and we do get acclimated. We're getting there. So when we're over here by the fire, we get super, super hot and have to take everything off. And then
not everything. Down to t-shirts.
And then you go into the back room, the back room being the RV, and it's like a freezer. And it's so funny. You walk in there and you're like, just put the food on the counter. It's totally fine. We don't even need the fridge.
We don't even need it.
Not in there.
So I think I saw somebody mentioned you can mill frozen logs. Wow.
You can mill. KJ Hastings says you can mill frozen logs.
You can. It takes a special blade. But yes, you can mill frozen logs. And that was actually a suggestion for the logs that had all the limbs in them, was to get that particular blade because they'll go through harder wood.
Okay, so, man, everybody's going so fast. Sorry, guys.
If you have not, make sure you hit the thumbs up.
Yes.
It does help.
All kids lie about their age. It's either to make parents seem older or younger than they are. All depends on who's around. That is so true. You know what? I'm gonna own though. I'm gonna own my 50. I don't care. I tell people. I've been telling people I'm older than I am for years. Not intentionally. I just have a bad memory.
Same. I was 38 for like 5 years. Like 3 years before I was 38, and then 3 years after I was 38.
I think it was the same. I was telling people I was 39, and my kids were like, Mom, no, you're not yet. It's a good thing they keep track of me.
Right?
You ladies aren't old. I'm old, Bob says. Bob, you're only 5 years older than Heather.
Yeah. I would have been a freshman in high school when you were a senior.
You can put slow mode on ladles so you can keep up with the chat. On ladies? Ooh, that's good to know. You can put slow mode on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're learning.
Learning things.
Strong women need the boot. Bob. You're 50 next year as well, KJ. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
We're going to be in the 50
Which
50
month?
club.
Yes. I don't know. I think 50 is now more like 30.
Hi, Raymond.
Hi, Raymond.
Raymond's always so sweet to us. He
Yeah.
always says the nicest things.
He tells us we're pretty.
We
And
appreciate,
we like that.
we appreciate you. It's one of those aw moments.
Uh-huh.
It's so sweet.
It's
Thank
very
you.
sweet.
February. Her birthday's in February. Mine's
Oh.
in March, so you'll be 50 right before me.
My grandson Jasper's is in February. Liam just had his, so he's now 7.
Susan says, I'm 67 and I just bought a bright pink Volkswagen Beetle. I love it and I own my age.
I love that. That's so
So
fun.
funny. It's kind of like the Mary Kay
Email me a
cards.
picture of it.
Like-
What the Mary Kays are pastel pinks.
Mhm.
So bright pink. I want to see that. Mail me a picture.
Do you have a flower in the thing? I see a lot of flowers.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Priscilla will be 61 soon.
Oh, nice.
Girl, you look amazing.
Yeah.
Like, seriously amazing.
I had somebody I went and had gotten a facial. I used to get them all the time, but I had went and did a massage and a facial, and she was like, "What do you use on your skin? Your skin is so good." And I was like, "Coconut oil and genetics." I was like, "I don't do anything fancy. I am cheap."
Dark Lord says, I don't even do videos, but yeah, I know these things. That's good. We do
Yeah,
videos and we
thanks.
don't.
Huh.
I have eyelashes on it too.
Oh, I know what you're talking about on the
okay.
front. Oh,
Took me a
those are
minute.
cute. Those are cute. March 30th.
Oh,
is
Susie.
Susie. That's close.
We are both
Yeah.
Aries then. Mine's the 25th, so 5 days after mine, girl. The way I'm eating lately, you would think I'm trying out for Santa, Sil says. So no more.
No more keto, Sil?
So
We had to put a hold on keto. We are missing it.
I gotta move.
As far as our arthritis and stuff like that, inflammation.
Yeah.
It's definitely made a huge difference in
Hi, Deborah.
that. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. Is that Danielle? How's it down there by you? I was gonna buy property out there where she's at. That's where I was looking to begin with.
Aries rule, Dark Lord says. April 17th.
I'm a Leo. I'm August 17th. And my son is June 17th. And his is what? April 17th?
So 17 is that your like lucky number?
Apparently.
Darlene, there's another new name. Hi,
From
Darlene.
Anchorage, Alaska.
Welcome.
Okay, so when I got service, I wanted to move to Alaska so bad. Like I had been researching buying land there and now I was a young widow, so my husband passed when I was 23 and Victor was 10 months old, and so he was 22 months old when I got out of the service, stayed in another year. So he was 22, he was almost 2 years old, and I'm going to Alaska. My family was like, you are not going to Alaska. You are not going to, I wanted to move there so bad.
Danielle says they got 4 inches yesterday, more coming tonight. Have to go to Coeur d'Alene tomorrow to get my daughter's braces off. We will see if we make it. Danielle, we need to meet up, girl.
We do need to meet up.
Go get a coffee, or
Yeah.
if you don't drink coffee, something, soda, something.
We do need to meet up.
Bye, Kira.
Yeah, because that Coeur d'Alene, that whole drive is supposed to get a lot of snow tonight. So be very, very careful. I don't know how good they are about clearing the roads. They're really good up here about clearing the roads, the main roads, not the off ones. But
Yeah, tomorrow is Bible study. And if you guys are ever in the area and you want to come, Sandpoint Church of Christ on Wednesday nights, we'd love to see you there.
Randy will give you candy.
He will. Depending on the weather,
Yeah.
is whether we're going to go tomorrow night. I really find a lot of joy of going,
Me
so
too. Same.
I will try
I
to
would
do
too.
everything I can to go. But there is that, you got to make that decision.
If it's in the teens, I will not go because I'm not going to let the wood stove go up. And my dogs freeze their little buns off.
Deborah, she's doing great. She was just on here. You just missed her.
Oh, you
She
just missed
left.
her.
She's the crazy K, so.
Yeah.
Hi, Michael. Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Anna said she's coming from Wisconsin's in the
I
house.
guess. Come up for the candy. See, so Anna was lucky to meet Darlin Randy, and she got to eat dinner at their house.
Yes.
So
Randy the Candy Man. No, my jaw is really hurting.
teens is normal for your area, Dark Lord. It's not normal for this time of the year in our area.
We get the teens in February for about a week, and that is it. That's the norm. So this is rude.
But last year was kind of rude too, because we had some of those too.
We did, but it was only like a couple of days here and there. This is much colder than normal.
Yeah, it just, man, I felt like, but we did a lot of working outside in the weather too last year.
We did a lot of working outside. We were heating with
I'm sorry,
the
I have to
little,
get close to you.
with the little.
She doesn't like me being close, but it's hot.
Randy and Darla are the best. So this is, and the other thing is like we don't have the proper jackets, and I do have really good boots. You have some average boots.
Yeah.
So I have hunting boots
My toes get pretty cold.
that I need to pull out, and I haven't done that yet. And normally we just layer a whole lot. And I know that living in the cold, if you have the right gear, it's not so bad being out in it. I think right now it's just because we don't have the right gear. We do have heated jackets, but we've got to pull out all the things to plug those in. And
And if I were to go back and do it again, the heated jacket was a pretty significant cost. And I would rather have not had the heated jacket and got a better set of boots that would keep my feet warm than have that, because I really don't use the heated jacket that much.
well, the hard part about your heated jacket is it makes noise. So when we're filming, you can't wear it because it's you can hear it. Where mine is a just a regular hoodie zip up that's heated, so it doesn't make any noise.
But mine is also kind of waterproof.
Yes,
yours
and mine
is
is not. So those are the two.
There's that.
Those are the two things. It's really difficult when you're filming. It makes everything harder. For instance, this week we're going to start crawling underneath the shipping container and insulating the floor. And so that angle is really difficult. And then we do need some Carhartts. Susie, I was looking at the Carhartts.
They're just out of our price
The
range right
insulated Carhartts are, I can't remember how much Carhartts were, but the Walmart brand of insulated Carhartt type was, 120?
now.
So, it just adds up, and we want to buy wire. So there's that. So we're going to buy wire. Yes. And like right now, in front of when the wood stove is going, the floor's not bad. When it's not, it is an ice. It's ice. It feels like ice. It is so cold.
We had a little bit of a leak, and
We're dealing with the windows leaking. So
we have a blanket down for the dogs, and it froze to the floor.
yeah. So that's something that we're going to be addressing in an upcoming video of.
Arctic Carhartt overalls. That's exactly what we need.
That is exactly what we need.
Santa, we've been really good girls this year, and I think that we maybe deserve that.
Anybody has a direct line to Santa.
Let's see, Deborah, I was 8 living in Post with my parents in Fairbanks, Alaska, with brothers and sisters 50 years ago. Daddy was in the Army. Aww.
I really wanted to get stationed in either Germany or Alaska. Those were like the two places when I was in the service.
Robert says, send Santa your sizes. Isn't Santa like God? He knows. He already knows our sizes.
I'll throw it out there. I don't care. 18, 20. Well, and they need to be a little bit bigger because we layer our clothes. So they need to be baggier.
Susie says, yes, Robert, send Santa's sizes. That's so funny.
What are you barking
I
at,
buy the
Chloe?
hand warmers and put them in my boots.
Mm.
I have done that. The problem is then my feet sweat, and then when you have wet feet, it's worse. So
Yeah.
I just need to wrap them up in plastic.
That's what we did in the service. You put your socks on, you put a Wonders, you put a plastic bag. Actually, this is what I used to do well, I've always kind of done it because we're farm kids and that's what you do. And you put a plastic bag on your foot and it holds the heat, your body heat in and keeps your feet very dry from any outside water stuff coming in. Yeah, that's literally what we did.
Yeah. So it's trying to find a happy medium. Too hot or too cold, you know?
And I put the foot warmers. Chloe, don't stare at me. It's like single digits. You're not going outside. Come up here.
Anna says Santa also needs shoe sizes and pant sizes.
Chloe, you want to come say hi to everybody? She's like, I do not. Here we go. Say hi.
Justin,
Aww. There's little belly. She wants to go outside. And I don't want to go outside, so there's that. So,
okay. So
guess
since,
who wins because I have thumbs.
since we have the dogs up here, we got to just
Sorry.
show you. Justin, when he likes to be hugged and loved on, is he going to do it? And he growls every time you do it, and then you let him go, and he gets mad. And he's like,
He's like, pet me more, pet me more. Don't not pet me. Chloe's annoyed. 2 long legs. Well, I mean, you can roll up the paint legs. The length I think is I have really long legs, so
She's
I'm tall. I'm 5'8", and my dad was 6'4", and we had the same length leg. I'm all legs.
And I'm shorter. I was 5'6", but I think with age I'm 5'5" now. Susie, we used plastic bags on our shoes too. Aw, Justin.
Yep.
Santa gave me a pair of Sperry's 2 years ago. Ooh, I don't know what that is, but sounds fun. The dogs might have to do potty.
They do. They'll hold it. They're good.
Oh, there's a little Corky, Darlene says. 2 of them.
2. Chloe's gonna eat our firewood now.
I miss my days that my dad sold Carhartt at his store. You can always put more on. You can only take off so much.
That's true.
So I will put on 6 pairs of socks. I need a size 10 men's shoes. Just kidding, don't get those.
So we got some Hycia boots. They're a sponsor of ours, and so they had sent us. They had asked us, well, what kind of boots do you want? So this was in September. So we told them what kind of boot we wanted, which was a gardening boot because we were gardening. And then when they finally got them to us, we had a foot of snow on the ground. And I'm like, I'm not real sure how to do this video now because these are not winter snow boots. These are, gardening boots. But the ones that I got, I love them, and they're big. They're quite a bit bigger, so I could put really big socks on. So I still have to do that.
I love them too because they are, so I would recommend Hycia garden boots.
Absolutely.
They are easy to get on and off. So even though it's snow outside, oh, thank you, Anna.
Oh, Anna, thank you, honey.
Because, what was I saying? Oh yeah, going outside. If I'm just going out and, feeding animals or doing something quick outside, I put those on because they're easier to get on and off.
Yeah.
Whereas the winter boots are a little harder to get on and off,
Right.
a little tighter. She says Santa needs pant and shoe sizes. we will send you a message. And Bob saying, I am serious about the boot and snow pants size. We'll send a message. And Vicky
Well,
says,
I don't need boots.
Vicky says, good job, Anna.
I bought, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, it's like a $600 pair of hunting boots. They are so warm, like -50. It's like ridiculous.
If you guys do decide to get Hycia though, the only thing I would warn about that I found, I wear size 8 and 8 was right at the end of my toe. It was really tight. So I went ahead and got a 9, and I think it's perfect. There's a little room, but it's not too much room, if that makes
And
sense.
I usually wear a 9, and I think I got a 10 because they were out of the 9.5s. And I have quite a bit of room in my boot, but I don't care. I wear them all over the place, and they're really
I
comfortable.
love it.
And like I said, I have extra room for my socks, and they come on and off really, really well. Plus, they have like a it's a commercial for Hycia. They have a lifetime warranty. So like if you get a hole in the side of them or anything, you just tell them and they'll send you a new
That's
pair.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing because I mean you've had boots that ripped out
Yep.
before.
Yeah. And I really thought they were going to be crappy boots because they're not very expensive if you compare them to a bunch of other places, but they're not. They're really good. They're really nice.
Rummage sales is where I've gotten my boots. They still work for me. Shouldn't ask for a lady's Carhartt measurement, I guess. Isaiah has snow bib overalls, Bob says.
Oh, I'll have to
We didn't see those.
I'll have to do a really good video for the boots and then ask him if he wants to sponsor us with overalls.
Mary says she always sizes up on boots. Probably that same reason, right,
Yeah.
Mary? For socks
Yeah.
and such.
How you doing, Mary? How's that weather there? You have that tornado coming through.
Maybe they should do Amazon links. You guys
So
are very
funny.
sweet.
Very sweet.
We have just a few more minutes, and then we're gonna go eat some nachos.
Yeah, throw some questions at us.
Tell us we're pretty.
I'm so surprised
Tell
that
us
I've
we're
been able to
smart.
talk this whole time because my jaw. I don't hurt from the shots or working on the tooth. I hurt from having my mouth open that long.
Anna says it's creepily quiet there, so they must be heading Mary's way.
So the wind and everything already came through, and that or you're in the eye.
Vicky has snowmobile boots that almost reach her knees for shoveling. It's awesome.
Those are intense.
Yeah.
Those boots are like for reals.
Mary's good. Worse is expected around 1 a.m.
All right, well, keep us posted.
Yeah. I was talking about that today. So I personally have never lived in a place that there's tornadoes, only in places that have hurricanes, Florida and Hawaii, and went through one in each place. But tornadoes scare me more than hurricanes. I was driving in Indiana and a tornado showed up, but we couldn't see. And you're on the freeway, and my ex was like, "Do not stop driving, whatever you do." He's from Indiana. He's like, "Don't stop driving." I'm like, I can't see. And he's like, "But if you stop driving, everybody will plow into the back of you." And so I am just scared to death for those of you that live in tornado areas. Like, you know, I would be terrified to fall asleep, I think.
So I have a story.
We're good at
Tornado
stories.
story. So I had a friend. She had come down. Well, she was an acquaintance, dog people. She had come down and was staying with me, and we had gone out to eat. And she's like, "I couldn't live here." This was in Texas. She's like, "I couldn't live here because of tornadoes." And I'm like, "There's never tornadoes here. I've been here since I was 14 years old, and so I was probably 27 at this time, 27, 28. I'm like, I've lived here since I was 14, and I've never seen a tornado. We are sitting in Applebee's, and so we have like a window seat, and we look out, and here comes a tornado, and it hit the IHOP next to us and took the roof off.
Oh,
It was the craziest
scary.
thing.
That's so
It was
scary.
terrifying. The manager came out and he was like, "Everybody get in the back."
Dark Lord says, "Welcome to Nevada. Other than tsunamis and active volcanoes, we have every other type of natural disaster." That's what's nice about Idaho. I've lived
Yeah.
here my whole life, other than military service and such. But I've pretty much lived here my whole life. And when I was in like 5th grade, we had a pretty significant earthquake. But other than that, like there's been nothing.
Do you guys know that the volcano is erupting in Hawaii right now? We have friends that are still living there, and he was posting pictures of where it's at, where his house is, and all of those things. That's scary.
Yeah, I mean, we did get the warnings when we were Heather and I were both in Oahu when Hurricane Iniki hit.
Yeah.
So, and we were pregnant at the time, or at least I
No,
was.
you were. I
I
was
was.
still working the road.
So
I was still doing road duty.
it's crazy.
We were, if you don't know, we were military police. So on post, we did all basic,
Police
the
work.
normal police work that police officers do out on the road. That's what we did.
Yeah.
And so during the hurricane, we had to make sure people were where they were supposed to be, and let them know when trees fell on the road, and
I
just
was
all of those things.
Working in the mailroom at the time because I was pregnant and they don't allow you
Well,
to
my
carry a gun.
partner was like 98 pounds soaking wet, and I had to take her belt and attach her to this pillar thing because the wind was blowing her down the street. I didn't have that problem.
Susan says she emailed a picture.
Oh, cool.
It was weird when an earthquake hit Meridian, so says.
I actually was there in Meridian in 2010. I drove my bus from, it's a Greyhound bus from Texas to Boise, and then stayed in Meridian in one of the RV parks for almost a year. before I went to
Robert
Washington.
is leaving, so good night, Robert.
Good night, Bob.
And so is Heather. Good night, Heather.
Good night, Heather. Tell Grandma we said hi.
Yeah. We probably should cut out. It is
We do.
6 o'clock and we are I am hungry.
Yes.
I can't speak for
Thank
her.
you, everybody, for hanging out. I'm hungry. I've had to eat crackers earlier.
We
remember?
appreciate you.
We appreciate you guys.
God bless.
I did live in a bus. Isn't that shocking?
Have a great week.
Bye. Okay.
Get away from the hate.